Hello there, I'm Layla, Mr. Solomon's assistant. How may I assist you?
Hello there, can I have Mr. Solomon, please?
You mean Mr. Solomon? He's currently unavailable. I'd be happy to take your name and contact number for him.
It's for a business opportunity. I just sent him an email a few days ago and wanted to get his opinion.
Got it. Could you share your name and contact number? I'll make sure he gets back to you.
Oh, come on, I can hear him in the background. Just tell him to pick up the phone. It won't take long.
Oh, I wish I could, but he's truly unavailable right now. Let me grab your details and I promise he'll get back to you. What's your name and number?
Okay, so my name is Alex and my phone number is 415-623-8545.
Thanks, Alex. Let me confirm 415, 623, 85, 45. Got it. I'll pass this along. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, bye-bye. And then you can see here that the name, the phone number, the date and time all have been recorded automatically in the Google Sheet. Hey guys, so a few months ago, a business asked me to build an AI voice agent to answer calls for them. They run an answering service with real VAs, but they wanted to automate a part of it. Then a few days ago, I saw this LinkedIn post about a business owner who is super frustrated because every single day he receives 3 to 5 cold calls, which really confirmed the demand for such solutions. Here, he is even writing, I'm at a point now where I'm thinking of swapping my primary phone number to a Twilio number that gets filtered by some LLM. Has anyone solved this? Yes, I solved this and I will show it to you in this video. So in this video, I will build the entire system right in front of you and will be able to download the templates for free in my Discord community. Let's get started. But before that, I want to tell you guys about a special offer I'm running only through this month of January 2025. This month, I'm launching a very limited offer of building AI/automation prototypes at a very affordable cost. Normally, those prototypes start at $3,500, but I will do that for only $750. And it will be limited to 4 people only to make sure I deliver quality projects. Actually, 2 seats have already been taken, so hurry up if you want to take advantage of this offer. Okay, so let's get started with the tutorial. First, we will go to retailai.com because this will be the API provider that we'll be using to create our AI bot. Then you will log in, and once you are in, you will just create a new agent by clicking on this button here, and then you will click on Single Prompt Agent. Here you will click on Start from Blank. Now this is the agent that I have. Don't worry about the prompt. I will make it available in the Discord community. So here you just name it whatever you want. So here for the prompt, I just wrote some style guardrails, some objective, but the most important part is this role here. So here I wrote, you are Layla, a joyful and welcoming assistant of Jack Solomon. So this is the name of the CEO, that uses an AI as his assistant. I wrote a lot of details about how the AI should behave, but the most important part is this example of a conversation. Basically here the assistant will be asking for the name and the number of that person that is calling, so that afterwards we'll be recording this information in a Google Sheet. After you copy and paste the prompt, here we'll be writing an initial message. So here you will select this third option, AI initiates, AI begins with your defined begin message. And then you will copy and paste this sentence. Hello there, I'm Layla, Mr. Solomon's assistant. How may I assist you? For the LLM, I like to use GPT-4o. For the voice, I like to use Grace. I think it's super realistic. It's from 11 Labs. And then of course for the language, you just keep it as English. Here you can see that for now I have a webhook URL, but here for you it should be empty for now. Later on we'll paste something in it and you will see what it is. Then once you're done with this bot, we should assign a number, for this bot so that we'll be able to call that number and then interact with the AI agents. So here you will just go to phone numbers. And then here you should just purchase a number. It costs $2 per month, and you will be able to call it very easily. Here you will select for inbound call agent. You will select the bot that you just created. So for me, it's called AI Gatekeeper Mr. Solomon. Now, the next step is to go to make.com to create our scenario so that it will be able, to process the transcript and then to write the right information in Google Sheets. So now the first module will be a custom webhook. So you just click here and then you select webhooks and then custom webhook. Here you will just click on OK. You will click on add and then save and OK. Actually, this automation is quite tricky to get, even if it seems simple. The thing is that once there is a call with retail AI servers, there are multiple events that get triggered by retail AI servers. You have 3 types of events: call started, call ended, and call analyzed. And what we'll be doing is processing the call ended event. But the thing is that if we copy this webhook URL and then paste it in the webhook URL of our agent in retail AI, it will only trigger the call started event, But we are not interested into that because at that point we don't have the transcript yet. That's why, guys, I prepared for you the data structure that looks exactly like what will be sent by retail AI servers once the call has ended. So for now, in our automation, we're not making an actual call, to test things. We will just, simulate like the call has ended by, sending this data to our make.com webhook. So to do that, we'll just copy everything here. It will be from a file called data.json. Then we'll be going to a new website called recbin.com. So what this website allows us to do is to send a request to our make.com webhook, so that we'll be sending that call ended data, so that we'll be able to reuse that data inside of it inside our make.com automation. Click first on body here, and then you will paste that text that you just copied here. For the method, make sure it is a post. And then for the URL, we'll be copying and pasting our make.com webhook URL. Here, as you can see, if we click on redetermine data structure, and then we click on send here, you will see that here it says successfully determined. It means that this webhook received the data. So here at this point, we just assume that the call has ended and then we receive the data. Next, we need to process the transcript, and we'll be using OpenAI to process the transcript. So here you can see that in OpenAI options for the module, we have things like create a completion or message an assistant. However, we'll not be using that. We'll be using make an API call. The reason is that so while we are using OpenAI, to extract the data, we want to make sure that the data output is in the form of a JSON. So in order to do that, we need to make an API call with some specific parameters to make sure that the output is JSON indeed. So here you click on make an API call. So for the URL, it will be this one. For the method, make sure it's a post. For the headers, we'll add another header, which is linked to our OpenAI API key. Here the key will be authorization. And for the value, it will be bearer, and then space, and then your API key. Just write your API key here. And then for the body, we need a JSON, that will be used as the body of this request. That's why right before this module, we need to create a JSON. So for now, just click on OK. And then here we'll be creating a module. So click on add a module. You will click on JSON, and then you will click on create JSON. Here select add, name it whatever you want. So yeah, I will just write my data structure too. And here it's simpler, if you just click on generate. I will also provide you with the sample data. So this is how the sample data looks like. You will just copy it and then you'll paste it here and then click on generate. You will see that it has generated all the structure of our JSON. Just click on save now. For the model, we'll be using GPT-4o. For the messages here as a role, we'll be using system. Then for the content, it will be our prompt. So this will be the prompt that we'll be using to extract the name and the phone number from the transcript. So this is the prompt that I prepared. Here I just wrote, I'll give you a conversation between a secretary and the caller, and your job is to extract the name and the number of the caller. The secretary's name is Leila, and she will be talking to someone who just called her. you know. And here I provide some examples just to make sure that the AI will be able to follow them. Here at the end I wrote, here is the conversation. You will just jump a line, and then here we'll be selecting the transcript, and the transcript is inside data, and then here it says transcript, so you just select it. After selecting the transcript, here we'll just write JSON object, and then we'll press OK. We will then go back to our OpenAI module, and then for the body we'll select the JSON string that we just created, and then we'll click on OK. Here at any given moment we can simulate the end of a call by sending, you know, this data here. So you can just run here, and then here you click on send. So you can see that it's working. Now what we need to do is to be able to extract, you know, this name and phone number, because for now it is just in the form of text, not structured format. So what we need to do is to add a module here, and this will be a JSON, but it will be a parse JSON, because we'll just need an input as a string, and then we'll just output some structured data. So here for the JSON string, we'll be selecting the output from ChatGPT. So here it is in choices, message, and then content. And then you click on OK. Here let's run it again just to make sure that the data is extracted. So you click on run once. There will be a warning. Just click on run anyway. And then here again, click on send. Okay, so here we can see as the output the name Ali, and then the number 424 123 45 67. So this corresponds to the data inside the conversation that happened. Now our last module will be a Google Sheet. Actually, we'll be appending a new row to this Google Sheet. But before that, you need to create that Google Sheet. So the Google Sheet that you need is very simple. It needs to contain 4 columns: name, phone, date, and time. Here on make.com, we'll add the Google Sheet module. So here you will select Google Sheets, and then here it should be add a row. Select here the Google Sheets that you just created. For me it's AI Gatekeeper, I think, yeah. And then for the sheet name, just select sheet 1. Of course, since our table contains headers, just select yes here. For the column name, we'll be writing a name here. For the column phone, we'll be writing this number. For the date, we'll be actually using a variable called now. However, we need to format it, because if we just write it as it is, it will be in a very weird format that includes the date and time, milliseconds, and so on. But we don't want that. We just want the date. So here, what we want to do is first use the format date. This format date takes 2 inputs. The first one is the date, and then the second one is the output, I mean the format that we want as an output. So here for the input, we'll write now, and then for the format, we'll be just writing, you know, month, day, and then years. Then for the time, we'll be doing almost the same thing. So here we'll also format the date. For the format, we'll be writing HH, then MM, and then here we'll be writing uppercase A, so that it will be written in 24 hours format. We're not done yet for this time, because I noticed that if I keep it as it is, sometimes weirdly it will be converted to a decimal, you know, in Google Sheets, and we don't want that. So we need to transform it into text via a make.com function called toString. Here you will go all the way to the left, and then you will select this function here, toString. You will delete this ending parenthesis, but we will add it here because we want this toString to apply it to all this format date function, you know. And then you click on OK. Now we need 3 things left for this automation to work perfectly. The first thing is that we need to turn on this button so that this scenario will be running immediately as soon as the data arrives. So we'll just click on OK here. The second thing that we need is to add a filter. So here we'll click on this little wrench, and then you will click on set up a filter. And then for the condition, we should select event, and then here equals to call ended. Why do we do that? Because remember, this automation might trigger in two other type of events that are sent by retail AI servers. The first one is call started and call analyzed. And we don't want to trigger this automation when those two events happen. We want to trigger this automation only when the event call ended happens. And then you click on OK. And finally, the last thing that we want to do is to copy this URL by clicking here, to go back to our agents, and then to paste it here. So now let's test everything by calling our retail AI phone number.
Hello there, I'm Layla, Mr. Solomon's assistant. How may I assist you?
Hello there, can I have Mr. Solomon, please?
You mean Mr. Solomon? He's currently unavailable. I'd be happy to take your name and contact number for him.
It's for a business opportunity. I just sent him an email a few days ago and wanted to get his opinion.
Got it. Could you share your name and contact number? I'll make sure he gets back to you.
Oh, come on, I can hear him in the background. Just tell him to pick up the phone. It won't take long.
Oh, I wish I could, but he's truly unavailable right now. Let me grab your details and I promise he'll get back to you. What's your name and number?
Okay, so my name is Alex. And my phone number is 415-623-8545.
Thanks, Alex. Let me confirm 415. 623, 85. 45, got it. I'll pass this along. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, bye-bye. And then you can see here that the name, the phone number, the date and time all have been recorded automatically in the Google Sheet. Last month, I closed a pretty big AI project that I priced at $62,000, and I decided to document everything: who the client is, what's the specific problem they're currently facing, how am I going to solve it, and I also include a detailed breakdown of the cost. And I did that in a YouTube video that you can watch here. Cheers, guys!